Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I want us to look at the concepts relating to volume. Okay, and there is this formula I want you to note that 1 meter cubic equals 1 million centimeters cubed. Okay, because you might be given a cube or a cuboid or even a cylinder, and the measurements are in centimeter, then you're supposed to calculate the volume and convert it to meters cubed. Okay, let's check this cube here. Assume that I have this cube, right? This is a cuboid though, but let's just call it a cube. 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 4 centimeter. Then you're supposed to find the volume in meters cubed. Okay, so number one, the volume of a cube is length times length times length. Okay, so you just take 4 times 4 times 4 to give you, is it 48? What is 16 times 4? 16 times 4 equals 64 centimeters cubic. But remember, you might be told to put it into meters cubic, so you just divide by 1 million to give you 0.1234, right? Yes. Okay, that is how you convert. Now let me draw a cuboid. Let me first draw for you a cube that looks like this. Imagine you have this cube. Yes, this is now a cube. So imagine you have this. It has 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter. If you see one that has a similar length, just know it is a cube. So for you to find the volume, just do 6 times 6 times 6 to give you 36 times 6, which equals to 36 times 6 to give you 216 centimeters cubic. Okay, now the cuboid, now this one was a cube, okay, which is made up of all squares. That's why all sides are the same. So assume that we have a cuboid. A cuboid looks like this. Okay, that is a cuboid which has a length, has a width, and has a height. Okay, so the volume of a cuboid is actually length times width times height. Okay, so in this case I would have taken 8 times 4 times 3. Okay, so that I can get 8 times 4 times 3, so that I can get 96 centimeters what? Cubic. So assume that at this point you've been asked how much water can this cuboid or cube hold. So what do? So number one, there is this relationship between centimeters cubic and liter, that 1000 centimeters cubic equals to 1 what? Equals to 1 liter. Okay? So, if you are given this cuboid and you are supposed to state how many liters it can hold, you just pick your 96 centimeters cubic and then you divide by 1000 what? Centimeters cubic. You will get 0.096 liters. Okay? So assume that you have this sum, you have been given this cuboid. Okay? So here you have 20 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. Okay? So what do? You just take 20 times 10 times 5. And I always say, write for your teacher this formula so they can know that you know. They can know that you know what you're doing. So you'll get 200 times 5, that is 1000. Then you divide by what? To get 1 liter, okay? This cuboid over here can only hold any liquid to a capacity of 1 liter, okay? I don't know whether you understand. So the concept is that you just convert centimeters cubic to liters by dividing by 1000. So assume you have been given this. So you have this one here. You are not given the length anymore, okay? But you have been told that the cross-sectional area, sectional area is 60 centimeters squared, while the height is 8 centimeters. You are asked to calculate the volume. What do? Okay. You see, the first volume you say length times width, okay? Length times width, you get the area of this rectangle, here, okay? So what do you do at this point? You just take your 60 centimeters squared, you multiply by 8, right? Because you can also write the volume of a cuboid as cross-sectional area. You multiply by what? By height. Okay? So the moment you take this and you multiply by this, you're very right. Okay? So 60 times 8, you get 480 centimeters cubic. Okay? This is another way you can easily calculate the volume, especially if you're given the cross-sectional area. So it is the same as a cube. It is the same as a cube, because sometimes, although the cube mostly it is not written like that because the sides are the same. So the moment you're told here this is 36 centimeters squared and this is 6, okay? It is just the same as this sum here, because you'll only do 36 times 6 to get 216 centimeters what? Cubic, okay? So this is how easy it is to calculate a volume. But remember, if you're given an application question, imagine you're told, number one application question, that a water tank is 27 meters long, yeah, 12 meters wide, yeah, and 5 meters high. Then you are asked, what is the volume? Right? What do? I said you draw. This is a water tank. It is a cuboid in nature, right? Remember, I already said if you're brought for a cube, all sides should be the same. So you're told that 27 meters long, 12 meters wide, and 5 meters high. Okay? And remember, we say the volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. So what do? You just take your 27 times 12 times 5. So 27 times 12 times 5 to give you 1620 meters what? Meters cubic. Okay? This is the simple applications of volume of cubes and cuboid.